Hey guys, Saksham here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are having an amazing day. And today we are going to talk about how to convert or basically open a Final Cut Pro 10 project into a Adobe Premiere Pro timeline. So let's talk about it, how you can do that for completely free, and let's get started. So first things first, here's what we're going to need. We're going to need Final Cut Pro 10, probably if it's possible the latest version, Adobe Premiere Pro, and one more piece of software which is actually free to download, and that's DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci is completely free and there's a paid version, but you don't really need paid version, so you can just download the free version and it should be good to go. You won't really be editing or doing any color grading in DaVinci itself. You're going to be using it as a bridge to connect Final Cut and Premiere together. So once you have DaVinci installed and all ready to go, what you're going to do is you're going to open Final Cut and open the project that you want to convert to the Adobe Premiere timeline. Now if you don't have any files or projects to convert, what you can do, I will have a link in the description below with the exact same files or all the assets that I will be using to show you this video. So if you want to do it with me, feel free to download that. So if you're using the same folder that I am using or all my assets, what you will see in this folder, it will be named how to open Final Cut Pro 10 projects in Premiere Pro for free. In this, there will be one folder called Final Cut Pro 10 library, and this will be the same library that I will be using. So if you just want to open that and be on the same pace with me, that's all cool. And another folder will be called test footage, and this test footage is just iPhone 11 Pro unboxing short 18-second clip. So once we have that, what you can do is open Final Cut project or the same event or the library that was present in the Final Cut 10 project. And if you can see, this is just a test project, just about 18 seconds, and we've done a few things here. So we have few cuts which go zoom in and out, and we also just added a cross dissolve with the audio fade just to make sure when we go in Premiere we do have all the stuff. So as you can see, it's just a normal project. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the project on the top, select the project, go to files, and we're going to export this as an XML file. Now Final Cut and Adobe Premiere XMLs are a bit different, that's why we need dissolve. Something I like to do is obviously have the current version, so I have the latest version of XML, and at the same time in metadata view I like to have it extended other than basic, just because we're converting it to Adobe Premiere. Now if it was just converting it to another software, I would just leave it as basic. So now leave it as extended, name it something you want, and just save it. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop. Now once that's done, what you're going to do is we're going to open DaVinci Resolve. So when you see this menu screen of DaVinci Resolve, just create a new project. If you already have a project that DaVinci made, you can just open that up, and in this we're just going to go to File, and we're going to go to Import Timeline, and we're going to click on XML, and it's going to ask us to pick an XML file. So this is the file we just made using Final Cut. So just select that file and let it open. Then you will see this load XML pop-up window. So in this, you usually don't need to change much, but something that I like to do is enable use color information, so that if I make any color changes in Final Cut already, I want that being transferred into DaVinci and then obviously in Premiere as well. And really just make sure the resolution is totally fine, the way same resolution you have in Final Cut. And at the bottom, because we imported it from Final Cut Pro 10, we leave it to Final Cut Pro 10 and we just press OK. And now as you can see, it loads up the exact timeline that we had in Final Cut, and if we just scroll down a bit, it has basically all the stuff we had in Final Cut. We have the cross dissolve at the end, we have all the cuts, zoom and stuff. Now once this is loaded, now we're going to convert this into Premiere Pro XML. To do that, just head over to Files and we're going to click on Export as XML. So give us a new window. Now one thing you have to be very careful here is just not pressing save. You can name it whatever you like, but here at the bottom when you see where it says Final Cut XML 1.8, we're going to click on that pop-up or drop down, and then from this we're going to make sure we click Final Cut Pro 7 XML v5 files.xml. So once that's selected, just save the file on your desktop, and now we are basically done with DaVinci. We don't need DaVinci at all. So at this point you can just go ahead and not even save the project if you're not really using DaVinci. So we're going to open Premiere Pro, and what you're going to do is you're going to open or create a new project. So you can go up in Files to create a new project, or you can just click on New Project. It doesn't really matter what you name it or save it as unless you will actually be using it. So let's just name it Final Cut Pro 10 to Premiere Pro, and honestly let's just save this to desktop for now. After you can leave all the settings the way it is and just create a new project. Once you're in the project window, we can go to File and we're going to click on Import. Now in Import, we are allowed to select the XML file we just made in DaVinci Resolve. So just load that file up, it's going to import, and after the import, on the left side you can see it imported the timeline and the video, or basically all the assets that was with Final Cut Pro library. So all the raw videos that we were using, so it already linked it. Now from there we can just open the timeline, and it's there. Now if you see this media offline, that's just Premiere thing that doesn't sometimes link a file, and it's super easy. We can just right click on the actual missing video and we can say link media, locate the media. Now in this case it already knows where the media is, so we can just say locate and quickly locate that. Tutorials, how to open Final Cut, and test footage right up here. Okay, and that's it. And now we can actually check if all of our cuts and effects that we added in Final Cut made through all the conversions in Premiere Pro. So if I scrub through, I can see that's exact same zoom level I had in Final Cut. Then we got a crop, then it goes back again, and at the end it does have a cross dissolve, which it just basically took from Final Cut. And that's pretty much it on how you can convert a Final Cut 10 project into a Adobe Premiere Pro timeline using DaVinci Resolve for completely free, and you don't really need to pay for those softwares that converts the XML file. Now just want to say, if you do end up buying those softwares, it's the same thing. All the softwares do is ask you to create an XML file in Final Cut. You upload the file and they just perform the same conversion that DaVinci Resolve does, and then you just open that in Premiere Pro. You will still have these bugs where the effects might not work if they don't belong or they're not compatible to each of the systems, but other than that, in generally this is basically the same method everyone uses. So hope this video helped in case you were really trying or struggling to open a Adobe Final Cut project in Adobe Premiere. So hope you like this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and if you want to know how to do the same thing but in vice versa or reverse, how to convert a Premiere Pro project into a Final Cut Pro 10 project, I will be making a video on it soon, so make sure to press the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, that way you get notified when I come out with a new video. Also, all the files that I'm showing or I've used for this video will be available to download for free in the first link in the description below, so check that out and hope you have a great day.